So yeah, I'm gonna upgrade one of my Fedora 43 boxes to a Fedora 44. So I'm going to do this and record this. So guys, well, if you guys are on the fence on how to do this and what to expect and all of that, so you guys can kind of fall back to this video and tag along without any further ado. So this is a machine that I have that it's kind of my test bed for a lot of things. So if it craps itself, it's not that big of a deal. But this is a good example on one way to upgrade your Fedora 43 to Fedora 44. Okay, I'm not saying that this is the ultimate way, the best way, the only way. This is the way I do it, and if you want to tag along, you are welcome to. Okay, so I'm going to pause the recording and edit out the kind of the waiting stuff, so you guys don't have to wait for that. But this is the process I'm going to use, and I'm going to tell if anything goes wrong. Of course, you also have the option to do a completely fresh install of Fedora 44. That's fine. But I want to upgrade. I want to keep my stuff. I want to keep my files. So let's do that and see what happens. So these are the commands I'm going to use. Not exactly at this order. Okay, this is just my own mental notes. As you can see, this is using the hashtag here. So the terminal is just ignoring the command. It's just treating it as a comment. Let me just increase a little bit the sound recording. It seems to be a little bit too low. Yeah, it's a little bit clipping, and there we go. It's much better now. Cool. So yeah, a little bit less, and I'm going to use a few of these commands. So if you want to fast forward or play this video at 2x, you are welcome to. So you don't endure my intro and all of that good stuff. I mean, if you prefer to fast forward, I do that. So I'll set up and go on. So this is something I will do. I have not updated this machine for quite a while. So it's a Fedora 44. Let me show you that. So etc that release. It's a Fedora 43, and I have not updated this for, I don't know, a couple of months maybe. So it's not completely up to date 43. And I'm using also a 10 series card here. What is it? I keep forgetting the SMI. So I'm using a 50. It's a 1050 Ti. Okay, where the hell is it? It's here. So it's a 1050 Ti. So it's a 10 series card, which means that if Fedora 44 installs the 590 drivers, I'm going to be with a 595 or 5 whatever. I'm going to have not fully working and graphics card. It will work with the default driver, but it will have not all the features. So I really want to keep myself at a 580 level of graphics card drivers. Let's see what happens. So this is kind of for you guys to know what happens when I upgrade from 43 to 44. And if you have, and that's one part of this video, the other part is, what if I have a 10 series card and I get an unsupported driver for my card? So I suspect Fedora 44 is going to install the 595, I believe, at the time of this recording. The latest one is going to install the 595 driver, which will make my it will still work my card, but it will have not the full potential. So I want to keep the NVIDIA drivers up and running. So I'll see what happens, because if it does happen, I have the solution for you. So it's fine. If you have an AMD card, the AMD drivers are built into the kernel, so you should be better off there. But if you have a 10 series card or earlier, they are dropping the support at the 590 drivers, so you need to install the 580 drivers. If you have RPM Fusion enabled, it's quite an easy fix, and I'll show you later. Okay, if needed be. So I'm starting with an update and an upgrade. Oops, Jesus Christ. So these are going to through here. So these are the commands I'm going to use, and I'm going to put this, if I don't forget, I will put this down below in the comments. Okay. If I forget, just let me know. So this is going to fully update my system, still on Fedora 43. In theory, you can jump directly to Fedora 44. You can do the update right now, or the upgrade, whatever you want to call it. You can do it right now if you want. But I feel better with myself. I think I increase my chances of success if I put Fedora, the current Fedora, which is 43, as current as possible. Then I go to the upgrade. But again, you can jump into the gear upgrade immediately if you wish. I do prefer this method. I do prefer invest some time waiting for the updates to apply and increases my chances of success than the other way around. And the last command here is to update my flatpak packages. I have not updated my flatpak packages for quite a while now. And I mean, I'm not of those guys that jump into an update or upgrade immediately. I like to wait. So my main rig is going to stay at Fedora 43. I have no need to upgrade it right now, so I'm feeling fine with that. But this guy is for my testing and for other purposes. So if it dies, it dies. Okay. So I'm going to type in my password for my sudo command, and it's going to do this. I'm going to guys watch for a couple of moments, because this is just going to download stuff and install stuff. Did I put the -y? I forget. I just run the command and I forget immediately. And I forget if I put or not. I should have. I mean, I have been using this command for years now, most likely. And this is the top. And this is my cat, NVIDIA SMI. Yeah, so this is going to, in a nutshell, it's going to update my system to all the packages, saying yes to everything. So I know I trust this command. I'm going to upgrade as much as possible and refresh all the packages as much as possible. And I'm going to update all the flatpak stuff. After this is done, I'm going to do it again, just to make sure that everything is top notch. After this, I'll do a reboot and I carry on. But let's just things will just chug along now. It should not take that long, but we'll just let it go. You can see here my clock, it's 8:10 at this moment. So let it just do. This is not the fastest computer in the world. I mean, it's okay. It does its job just fine. But yeah, let it do its thing. And do its installation. So right now there is not much to see here. It's just downloaded the packages. It's going to verify the packages and install everything. So I have like I said, I have not updated for quite at least 2 months or more. Another recommendation I give you guys is close everything that you can. Close all the applications that you can. The only thing I'm running right here, it's OBS to capture the screen, and maybe Flatpak will just grab itself, but because this is OBS, my OBS is a Flatpak package. But yeah, I'm going to let this run. I will close OBS and do it again, just make sure that everything is up to date without anything locked down by OBS. Then I reboot. But before I do that, I'll come back when this part is finished. And I'm just scrolling here for you guys to see the amount of packages and packages versions. It's going to vary system to system. So in this case, I'm going to install 838 packages. Okay, so your number may vary. This will depend on your system and other stuff. So don't worry too much if this does not match exactly to your system. And I'm going to let this go. And I'll come back when this is done, and I'll show you the next steps, and I'll see you in a few minutes. And it's 8:12 now. So right now I'm resuming with updating my Flatpak stuff. You may get prompted for the password, for the root password a couple of times, which is quite fine. So progressing with Flatpak, things are going smoothly. Don't trust the clock because I went to get a coffee and I was not really paying attention to this. But yeah, it's 8:20 and things are just progressing as expected. Next, I will close OBS and I will just redo a Flatpak update because I want to do it with OBS closed. I'll just run it a second time and I'll come back and I'll tell you how things are progressing. But so far, so good. Commands are just checking along, and just be ready for a couple of password prompts and it should be good to go, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, all the Flatpak stuff is done, so I'm just going to close off OBS and redo the Flatpak thing, just to make sure that everything Flatpak is updated, because OBS is opening obviously, and I'll report back in a few minutes. So yeah, I just did the Flatpak thing one second time. Everything was fine, and funny enough, this Flatpak update, and my OBS is the Flatpak version. I was having a very high CPU usage, and now it's fixed. So it's a good thing. I don't like to update things very often, but maybe I should kind of narrow my schedule of updates. So yeah, yeah, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do like a second run of this. This is just a me thing. You don't have to do it. So I'll just do a second run, make sure that everything is up to date, and nothing wrong occurred in the previous run. So everything is just fine. Everything is up to date, but don't forget, I am still in Fedora 43, okay? So this was just a full update of my current system, all right? And of course, this happened because I just did an update and I did not reboot. So I'll do a reboot right now, make sure that my Fedora 43 is completely up to date and ready to get upgraded for Fedora 44. And I'll see you in a few minutes. So yeah, I'm back and rebooted. Let's do a quick check here. Yeah, I'm sorry, I need to put this big. I just did the reboot. So right about now, I am the most recent one. So it's 58142. So this is the most recent 480 driver. So I'm still in a supported driver for my graphics card, so which is great, and everything's just going according to plan. And let's check. I'm still on Fedora 43. Okay, so everything is just working great, and I'm still on 43. So let's progress with the final upgrade. So it means that I'm going to do this last part here. Okay. This is going to take a while, probably most likely. Nope, I just copy pasted the wrong thing. Give me a second. It's here. And so flatpak, it's done. This is the one I want to keep. So copy this. Clear my screen. And kablamo. Oh yeah, the sudo here. Let's go. And here we go. So I'll just give it a couple of seconds. Of course, your output will depend on your system itself. RPM Fusion is going great. Let's make sure that things just progress as expected. Now, one thing to bear in mind is if you are using the NVIDIA drivers from RPM Fusion, which is what I recommend, after any update of things that involve NVIDIA drivers, don't reboot immediately, wait 5 minutes. That's why I leave flatpak to the end, because while I'm doing the flatpak stuff, things just occur because the NVIDIA drivers need to compile in the background. So when you do anything NVIDIA specific, wait 5 minutes before you do the reboot, okay? And it's going to download stuff. I'm going to say yes. Let me just double check here. Everything looks okay. So it's going to download a lot of packages. Nothing really especially weird here. I see lots of F44s, which is what we want to see. Yeah, things are just progressing nicely. So a full update for Fedora 43 just went smoothly. And now we are just progressing to Fedora 44 stuff. I don't predict problems, but every system is different from the previous one. One thing I will do manually, it's after this reboot it's done, I'll update flatpak, but after the reboot of 44, it's completed. Again, if you are in this situation or any other situation, when you are doing some NVIDIA stuff, like updating NVIDIA drivers, installing new drivers from RPM Fusion, you should wait 5 minutes before you reboot after the install or update, because things are just happening in the background and you need to wait for those things to finish. Again, this is a very relaxed video, no major editing or anything. Just put this in fast forward so you guys can see almost in real time what's occurring. Don't mind the clock. I'm not paying too much immediate attention to things. They are just occurring on this screen. I just do it in the corner of my eye. I'm finishing stuff in this computer, and once in a while I interact with that one. So yeah, it's downloading as fast as your internet can download. I'm just trying to see if the NVIDIA stuff appears, because it's going to be the only thing that I suspect you need to do some work on. It's the NVIDIA drivers. If you're using AMD, you're just good to go. Kernel updates will update your AMD drivers, so it's kind of easier in that part. If you're using an AMD card, everything just happens at the kernel level, so it's just less work to you or for you. We are at the S's already. Did I miss the NVIDIA stuff? It's not that important. And so no NVIDIA stuff it's popping here for now, but that means absolutely nothing. Oh, well, now we are back at more packages, so it can pop up. Oh, here we go, NVIDIA stuff. So yeah, it's, as you can see here, it's going to install the 595 drivers, which we don't want in this system because we are using a 10x system. So we're going to get unsupported drivers at this point. That's fine. I'll show you how can we fix that. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about that. You will not lose graphical output. We just work this out as we go along. Just let it chug along and do all its everything, and we will work the NVIDIA stuff later. Let it do its thing, and then I'll come back when this is done, and I keep you updated, and I'll let you know how things are going. Why is my unpause button not working? I am not very sure about that, so I'll just close this off, and I'll just go here. I don't know what's happening to my control deck, but it's fine. You can see things occurring as we chug along. You go here. Let's see if the pause button works now. Yeah, the pause button just doesn't work anymore. It just worked a second ago. Well, I'll come back when this is done, and hopefully the pause button fixed. Okay, I'm going to say yes here. Just say yes to your stuff, to install the GPG packages, and you should be good to go. And yeah, I'll come back when this is doing something different. Things are just chugging along. As you can see, be patient. Things are happening in the background. Just be patient, and things will just chug along. I'll see you next. Why is my pause button not working? Funny enough, unpauses but does not pause. As you can see, the key from this actually started program. Do a DNF offline reboot and reboot to run transaction to cancel test and delete the download files within the clean. It requires the privileges. Please log in. Okay, so it's okay. I forgot to put the sudo here, and this should trigger the reboot. So let's do this again. When this does the reboot, let's say yes, it's fine. We already have everything, so yes, it's fine. There we go. And probably my computer will reboot now, and the screen recording will just give a hiccup. But I will come back because, of course, when the system reboots, the screen recording will just not work anymore. Patience is key, my guys. Patience is key. And again, this is not a very fast computer or anything. So, yeah. And here we go. The system will reboot to upgrade to version 44. You just say yes. And the screen capture just went blank because, the system is rebooting. And I'll come back to you guys when things are progressing. So you guys cannot see this, but the computer is just booting, and it's going to do its thing. Right now, I'm unable to record the screen output because my setup, recording setup does not allow that. But looking at the screen, and it's saying upgrading system, do not turn off your computer. while this does its thing, and it's fine. Upgrading system, do not turn off your computer. System upgrade started. This will take a while, and we'll just wait. And we're back. Never mind the time of day. I was just having fun with some stuff. But yeah, I rebooted after all of that, so the update went fine, and what I expected to happen happened, which was problems with the NVIDIA drivers. As you can see, it's working now. So we are back at the drivers 580, so everything's fine. So let me show you what happened. I have no way to put this on the screen in big, but let me see if I can show you here. Basically, I got this message. So everything was compiling. Let me put this in bigger. Oh, why is my, oh, okay, it's back. So yeah, I got this, and I'm sorry to be so janked, but at the moment it's all I can do, which is NVIDIA kernel module missing, building NVIDIA KMod latest, blah blah blah, failing back to Nouveau. This is what I got, and I had no graphical interface. Okay, so if you see that, don't panic. So if you see something like kernel module missing, failing back to Nouveau, and things look to be scary after you run the update and you have the graphical update saying that things are occurring, the progress bar and all of that. So if you get to this message, don't panic. Everything's fine. I warned you this at the beginning of the video, okay? This could happen. So what you're going to do there, it's just to Control Alt F2. Okay, when you do Control F2, you get a login prompt. Just log in with your root credentials, okay? Log in with the root credentials and just do this. DNF install, I'm sorry, not this one. Before that, this one. So you do this, okay? DNF remove, and this is going to remove all the NVIDIA shit of version 395. Version 395 at this time of this recording, this is the 2nd of May. 395 does not support 10x graphics cards, which is the one I have. Okay, so if you're experiencing this, just start by removing the currently installed stuff, which is the 595 or anything else, and you need to revert back. So once you remove the this is the drivers that do not support your graphics card. Again, if you're using a 10 series card or before that, you need to go back to 580, just the ones I have here. So you remove the old stuff. Don't get too scared because you'll see it's going to remove a bunch of stuff. That's fine. And then you just install the newer stuff. So I'm going to put this in the description. If I forget to put it in the description, let me know. So just install the 580 drivers. This is all the stuff you need. It's going to do its thing. But once it's installed, do not reboot immediately after, because stuff is happening in the background. If you want to keep up, you can run the top command, and you see something like this. I'm sorry to be so janked, but that's all I can do for now. And you'll see at the top stuff occurring with the process AK mods or mod probe. If we see AK mods or mod probe, let it run. Give it 5 to 10 minutes. All the AK mod stuff needs to disappear. All the mod probe stuff needs to disappear. It's just stuff happening in the background that you need to let it run, okay? Once that's done, when you see everything's disappeared, the CPU, it's kind of, you run the top command, and the CPU, it's kind of back to its normal state. You don't see no AK mods or mod probes occurring. Then it means that you are back in a cool state, which means now you can do a final reboot, and you are back in your graphical interface as normal. So it's just a little bit time consuming, but you should be fine. So do this when you can spare. I mean, it took me an hour while recording, retaking, re-recording. So for it, and if you have a faster machine, you also should be in the clear. So I'm just going to do, just for funsies, an update on the system here. Yeah, I'm going to do a regular. I mean, like I did when I started off this with a full update of the system to see what we get. It's unnecessary. We should be up to date at this point, but let's see what we get offered. So some stuff getting offered here, small things, no NVIDIA stuff. So you can do a version lock. I'm going to put in the description below the version lock thing. Yeah, I just let it rip. I mean, just small fixes. And let's wait for the flatpak stuff also to do something. So glipsy, this is just kind of small things. Nothing too major. I mean, I just updated everything, right? But since I'm doing this, let's just put everything up and running. It's going to update some NVIDIA stuff for my flatpak application, which is nice. Let it run. Then I will close my OBS and update flatpak again. And I mean, this is totally necessary. You can't just go ahead and do yourself on the system right now. But I mean, since we are doing this, let it update stuff. And okay, I'm going to close off OBS. This is going to stop the screen capture. It's fine. I'm just going to do a DNF update and a flatpak update just one more time with OBS closed. So nothing to update. I'm going to reopen OBS one last time. And it should be everything up and running. And there we go. Nothing to update. Everything is up and running. All my stuff is updated. And I mean, everything is here. It looks fine. So my system is fully updated. So let's go do a NVIDIA SMI. NVIDIA SMI. Looks to be absolutely gorgeous. And etc that release. And it's 44. There you have it. It's awesome. It's great. The update is done. This video is going way too long, but I did no very small cuts and I showed you all the process from the beginning to the end, and while using a 10x NVIDIA graphics card, and I showed you all the quirks. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Like, subscribe, hype, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.